chased me back with the blue futon, and I saw Morbius, a vampire bad guy in the Spider-Man universe. Is it just like Venom, or a lot worse? Let's find out. When saying the beginning intro, I was thinking worse than Venom. A lot of people don't like Venom, but a lot of people do like Venom. Unfortunately, with Morbius, I think more people are going to go on the don't like spectrum of this movie. So what is this about? Dr. Morbius. Michael Morbius? I don't even remember his name. That's pretty negative. I'm pretty sure it's Michael Morbius has this weird genetic disease where he can't really walk. Same with Matt Smith. He goes to Puerto Rico, Costa Rica, something like that. Like I said, the details are not really there because it is such a mess of a movie. Cuts his hand, vampires ensue. Now he's a vampire with his friend Matt Smith. Bad guys ensue. What is going to happen? All right, so like I said, it is a chaotic movie, just like what my intro is. And I'm going to give you my positives of the movie first. It's quick, it's fast-paced, and the hour and 50 minutes does go by pretty quick. So if you want a fast-paced movie with a lot of action, that you go, oh, that's cool, that's cool, that's cool. I can kind of see what's happening there. Then you're going to like this movie. Everything else, it just didn't feel like a cohesive, edited movie. Something about it just felt wrong. And I'll say one thing with the very end battle sequence. I had a hard time figuring out what was going on. The last time I had that issue was with Captain Marvel. People are going to throw the Transformers movies under the bus. No, you could kind of tell what's happening in those movies. But with like Captain Marvel and Morbius, the last scene, I literally had to close my eyes of like, what am I watching on screen? Because it was really hard to see. And the reason it's hard to see is because half the time when they're battling, it's not their personal bodies. It is like smoke and dust and them flying through the air very quickly. And you're just like, I don't know what is happening. It's just fast-paced camera movement with entities of spirits just flying everywhere. And there's so many cliffhangers, so many things it wants to do, but you're just so confused at the same time. So my biggest pet peeve is, okay, the acting is fine, whatever. It's the story, the editing, and just everything happening on screen. It just didn't connect with me. And also, when you're a new vampire, right? That's what the Spider-Man movies do right. When you get hit by the Spider-Man, Tobey Maguire, Andrew Garfield, as well as Tom Holland, they don't know exactly what they're doing with their spider powers. Like Tobey Maguire, the very famous scene, he thinks he knows what he's doing, he slams himself into the wall. With this movie, Morbius knows everything perfectly. Throw the ball, boom, I guess jump, boom, boom, boom. Like everything is so perfect and smooth for his first time flying, first time gaining all of his power. So it's very unbelievable where the realism is just taken out. Yeah, it's a vampire movie in a Spider-Man movie universe. I completely understand that. But when you have everything perfect, like I said, it just doesn't work for me. Like you need to have some negative things happen to this character to prove he doesn't know exactly what he's doing. But with this movie, it feels like once he got bit by the bats and took the serum, he was perfect. He was a super god. And nothing could stop him because he knows exactly what to do in every single scenario. There was no conflict of interest of what he was going to do. Yes, there was a conflict of interest with his friend, but other than that, everything was very smooth in this movie. It was the editing too. Like I said, I don't know what was happening on screen, and everything was so perfect. And that last battle sequence, man, I couldn't figure out what the hell was happening. And these backstory characters, especially with his like, I'll call it nurse girlfriend, cliffhanger. Tyrese Gibson, the other cop, they were in there, but they were like just there. Like it was like it's like okay, they're cops. Like there's no like me wanting me to understand or wanting to know them better. They're just there to be there. Like okay, they're cops. The end. They're FBI. Done. And that's with a lot of characters as well. You're just like oh cool, that doctor used to help them as a kid, as them as kids. Sorry, and that's it. And yeah, so with Morbius, it is a negative movie. Not a lot of positives to it, except it is fast-paced, and you can enjoy some things that are happening on screen. And finally, what I'll talk about are the two post-credit scenes. If you want to know, it's at the very, very end. No, sorry, the very, very beginning of the credits and kind of the mid-tier credits. Don't know what was happening. I understand what character they're bringing into it, but what is with this purple is it the multiverse of madness at that point? I don't know, because it doesn't match anything. Like, is it transportation? I don't know. No clue what is happening, because if it's multiverse, there's multiple of him. But I don't think there's multiple of him. I don't know. And the car sequence of, wanting to team up. Well, how do they know each other? I don't know. Like I said, it's a hot mess. The writing's not good. I could say the only positive thing is the pacing. So Morbius will receive a 1.5 out of 5 Futons. It was at 30%. I could go with the 20, but I think the 30 is reasonable with what I saw on screen, the pacing, and I did have some fun time with some of the action set pieces. But let's see what the critics' news scores gave this one. So the critics a 15% with 146 of them. Audience score 64% with over 500. Here's critic consensus. Cursed with uninspired effects, rote performances, and a borderline nonsensical story, this Spidey-adjacent mess is a vain attempt to make Morbius happen. I'll say one thing about the special effects. It is a mix. Some of it looks really good, but especially there's this one scene where Jared Leto, is transforming back to his old self, him hard time walking. Oh my god, those leg janky movements, there was some bad movements for sure at that level. But anyway, do you agree with my 30, the 15, or the 64? Chase back with the Blue Futon. Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think of Blue Utopia. You Blue Tony's. Thank you for watching and have a great day. And this is a Morbius t-shirt. No, this is a company called Rockin' Futon. I know it's fucking rotten, basically, but Rotten fucking American Werewolf in London. I got 2 of them. They're pretty cool shirts, actually, so find them out. They're fun.